I'm in Star Wars. I mean, like, come on. You know, I don't think, and I don't know if it necessarily hit me right away when I was like hitting everybody up for a role on it, but you know, for the rest of my life, like I am now part of this family. I'm part of the legend. I'm part of the lore. I'm part of the story. As Ashley has proved, like you never know where someone's gonna pop up, and that's. You know, and also, like I said earlier, I'm looking for some street cred. I'm tired of it being Charlotte's daddy's a Jedi and Charlotte's mom drives carpool. So, like, I'm also really hoping that I finally get some cred with the kindergarten crowd.
Well, everything affects each other as far as their time period is concerned, and as far as you think it would echo out. If it makes sense, you know, if someone down the line is creating a story in whatever medium, it doesn't have to be a film. And you say, okay, this is a rebellion story, and they have a secret agent for the rebels seeking information. Story group's going to say, well, we have that, and we call them fulcrum here. Now, does it make sense to be called fulcrum there? What's great is that we have a group of people that are now fully aware of all the continuities that can reach out to the different creatives and keep it all in line. So, you know, if there was a movie that was very close to the time period that I was doing, then we would be in constant contact. I mean, I've met all the directors of all the films and talked with them, and it's fun. You know, a lot of that we just do politely, but a lot sometimes, you know, we talk creatively, just, you know, because it's Star Wars and we're all fans of it. We all grew up with it. This whole generation of lead creatives grew up with Star Wars, so we just all have it in common, and everybody's kind of, can you believe what we're doing is so fun. So the important thing is the story group kind of binds us together and keeps the continuity straight. And you know, could it affect the film? Sure. Does the film affect us? Sure. But it works all directions, and even, you know, as mentioned with the comic books, video games. The best thing I can say about it is it's just an effort by a group of people that love Star Wars to try to make it all great, all work as well as you can. We don't ever want to put something out that's just like okay. And I want to make an animated series, and people are like, yeah, that one was okay. You know, you try to make it the best you can, whatever that bar is, so that fans are always equating the high quality with Star Wars, which makes it very tough. But I think that's the challenge. That's what we have to shoot for, and you know, so far, it's so good.
Well, I thought it was the coolest thing hearing that. I remember you guys played this smallest little. He didn't come in to record with us. He's on Broadway right now working, and we heard a little clip of him in the booth, and it was the coolest thing ever. Because you're like, oh, that's Darth Vader. So that was very cool. But how he's in it, I don't think I can talk about it.
Well, I think, you know, we're all Star Wars fans, so we're like everyone in this room. The fact that I get to share the screen, my voice gets to share the screen with James Earl Jones, I just can't even comprehend it, quite honestly. So it's amazing. I mean, and several other actors have returned from the films, and then also, you know, getting to work with Sarah Michelle Gellar and so many just amazing people. It's surreal. You pinch yourself. And in terms of what Darth Vader does this season, I'll pass.
Yeah, well, it was, you know, there's so many things in a day when you work on Star Wars that, I mean, I just jump in and get to start to talk about the Jedi and the Empire. I mean, whatever you want, right? Every day is pretty good, no matter how much work it is. And then some days you walk in and you just talk to Darth Vader. You know, and he's there, and we piped him in the Skywalker sound, and Matt Wood and I are sitting there recording him. And it's one of those rare times where you just kind of almost break your facade, and you're like, this is so cool. You know, because Matt and I are like, that's Darth Vader. He's like,
David, is there a way you'd like me to read this line? I'm like,
just like that. He said it, and you know, the first thing he said, and you don't think about it, but when he went to record for us, he goes, I haven't done this in 10 years. Could you know, help walk me through it, how you'd like it to be read? And I was like, you don't need walk through it all. Like, everything he does. The big difference I've seen is, like, there are people that can imitate Darth Vader, right? You can find people do a pretty good job. But James brings a performance level to it that I always find goes beyond just the idea that he's this evil villain menace, and really captures more humanity as a person. And you hear it, and it's so different. When it comes on in the trailer, it just, you know, it's so amazing. It's undeniable truth of who Darth Vader is, and that's what I like. And I'm very grateful that he takes the time, to do our show.
My ideas are not the best. I don't.
True.
I more joke because no, I don't have any input. I like to ask a lot of questions to try to find out
that
as
one
much as
idea.
I can.
Yeah, that one idea of what she was doing that I shot down.
What, that she ran a pony farm
That
and baked
one.
cupcakes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one.
Kristen Hidalgo.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, Kristen Hidalgo, Pablo Hidalgo's wife, is a big fan of Ahsoka, and as with many of us, it was very traumatic when she walked away, and we wanted to know where she went. And so, to provide happy thoughts, she said that Ahsoka went to a pony farm and baked cupcakes. So
It's more of a safety thing for you.
it was more of a
Very
safety
safe
thing,
place.
Yeah, he's toughening up and he's taking the reins a little bit more, and you can tell he's a cocky dude. And so that comes out a little bit more because now he's a part of the Rebel crew and he's seeing how he's actually needed at times. So through season 2, a big thing is his parents. That's something that they need to address and get through first. So that storyline plays out a bit, and it can go a variety of ways. But aside from that, he's getting better with the Force, and what he can do with the lightsaber is pretty cool now. So I'm excited for people to see where he goes in the next season.
Nathan write it for me? No, so Freddie didn't know, and when he found out, I mean, talk about, a little boy Christmas. He couldn't believe it. And it was someone who told him, it's someone somewhat famous that he saw that at the audition that gave him an inkling of what it was. And I'm trying to remember, he probably would tell the story better. And he was over the moon, and he was so excited to be a part of it. And this cast is so incredible, and they work together. What's I think really interesting about this process, and I couldn't always participate, but when I could, I did, is they record together. It's not, a lot of times with animated, you're in a booth by yourself, you do your lines, you go home, and they really record it like a show, like a live show, and I think it makes such a difference in the performances because they're actually performing off each other. And so, especially in the beginning when I was really getting to know everyone separate from being the wife of, I really enjoyed being able to be in the booth with them, and it was awesome.
I've been trying for years to figure out. I've wanted to do like I never should talk about this stuff, but I will. I wanted to do like a all blonde-haired villain that wears all white. I just think that would be really cool. I've never found a way to get that in yet. I just think it's so different, to turn that kind of stuff on its head and say, it's one of those things. Sometimes the most beautiful character, the most appealing person can actually be the best disguise, the most evil. I mean, what is the Emperor if he's not grandfatherly to Anakin, right? Seeming a person that you should trust without question. So, I don't know, I haven't been able to lure us into that gingerbread house yet. We'll have to see.
What are you saying about blonde hair, Dave?
Nothing, I'm just saying it's just a variety, it's just a variety thing. Well, that's why I said Teen was blonde, because back in Clone Wars, I noticed there hadn't really been a lead in Star Wars that was blonde. So I thought, yeah, why not? Why are we doing that? I just don't. Look for. I love saying we haven't done that before. Let's do that. That's worth doing. Let's broaden the vocabulary of what this can all be. That's something George was always after. He was never afraid to do something, to attack it and go after it. And sometimes the audience was like, not ready for that. That's different than what I know Star Wars is. I'm like, yeah, but what you're defining Star Wars is, it's a very narrow thing. And he was always trying to widen it and say, but it could be anything. Star Wars at its best when you're not relying on everything that came before, but you're saying it relates to life. That's why it's so powerful for us all. It relates to our everyday. It's just in a fantastic setting. That's the human quality that Star Wars has.
Now you know that Star Wars land has come to Disney.
Yeah.
You couldn't do anything with any of your characters because Ahsoka's already there. She was already at Star Wars Weekend and stuff, but going beyond that, how would you like to see Rebels possibly included in that expansion?
Oh, that's a cool question. I mean, Ezra hasn't done any pod racing, but I think it'd be pretty cool if you could ride along with Ezra in a pod and actually Autopia kind of at Disneyland. I don't know if people know that, but bring something like that where you were driving That's so cool. Yeah.
I think obviously what Clone Wars did and now Rebels is doing is it's filling in the gaps. So these characters are a part of canon. They are a part of the overall story. So I think if there's a ride or a storyline that has all of the characters and maybe takes you through multiple stories, I think it's natural that our characters would be there and be a part of the ride. So that would be cool if they were involved in the overall storyline, because it would be natural that they would be a part of it.
So this goes both Taylor and Dave. Based on the continuity, I think the theory at this point is probably completely crazy. But I'd love to hear what you think of the fact that there are fans who actually think that Ezra may become Kylo. It's an online theory that Ezra.
Thank you.
Is that possible?
Figured out how it would actually work, and there were ways for it to work. So
I'm more excited about this answer than you are.
It's so
no
nuts.
thoughts on it yourself?
No, I mean,
That would be awesome.
it's amazing how people can bend anything around to how they want reality to be, especially you over there.
So, is that a yes?
Fan theories they never cease to amaze me. You can make the most general comment and someone will show you a whiteboard analysis of how this could be true. The last thing I ever want to do is be like, no, of course not, because then all that work is for naught. But don't get excited down there. I mean, just go see the movie.
They got Fulcrum right.
Who did?
Fans, they figured
Look
out
at you.
who it was.
You're on the wrong
No.
side.
they could figure that out.
Well, hey, I couldn't answer anything about it, even if I wanted to. But I think that's a pretty big stretch. I mean, personally, I'm just going to go out on a limb and say that's a pretty big stretch.
I need to look this up now.